Yeah, that sounds really bad. I'm gonna have to re-record the intro. Hi everybody, my name is Kyler. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and welcome back to another game hunting video. This time we are going to Shreveport, Louisiana. Is what I would be saying if we were on the original site, because as I was trying to edit the video, the introduction. And welcome back to another game hunting vlog. This time I'm in the city of Shreveport, Louisiana. The reason why I'm out here is because my wife graduated from college. She got her master's degree in nonprofit business organization, so sounded like complete crap because of the wind that picked up. So I'm redoing it this way because this is what I get for trying to have somewhat decent audio consistently throughout the video. And I'm also reshooting this part of the video for another particular reason, and that's because after going through the footage and putting it together, I realized that my game hunting experience in Shreveport was kind of underwhelming, to put it lightly. And that is because there's only 2 dedicated game stores in Shreveport, and they're both called Game Exchange. Now, when you go into both of these stores, as I'm showing the footage, it's basically just a slightly better GameStop. There was a healthy amount of PlayStation games, Xbox games, Nintendo games. There was also a dedicated section for movies and DVDs, and for the first store in particular, there was there was a section for Funko Pops, because yes, I'm assuming the Funko Pops are highly sought after and super popular in 2026. I think my biggest disappointment is that for both stores, there wasn't really a whole lot of variety in retro games. Now, granted, the second store did have a little bit more. They even had a box Battletoads game, but it was just a slight improvement over the first store. But both stores also could just lack a little bit of personality. It just felt like it just felt like a slightly better GameStop. So it kind of had that sort of corporate design for both stores, and the staff were really nice. Don't get me wrong, but I just wish there was a little more. I guess more variety in the retro games, and a little more personality to both stores. So, but if you guys, if anybody is living in Louisiana and loves Game Exchange, more power to you. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff. And like I said, I got some games there from both stores. But you know, my hunting experience was, yeah, like I said, underwhelming, which is kind of sad. Now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to jump back over to myself from a month ago, talking about all the games I got from both stores. So, Kyler, from a month ago in Shreveport, please take it away. Alright, so I'm back from game hunting in Shreveport. I was a little weary at first with only 2 dedicated stores to video games. Maybe not being able to find a whole lot, but I was able to surprisingly find a good amount of stuff, and I'm very happy with the haul that I got, so I want to go ahead and showcase it to you first. Foremost, I've got a couple of Nintendo products. First, I have Mario Tennis Fever for the Switch 2. Now, I've always wanted to. I wanted to get this at launch, but I didn't at the time. And I heard this tennis game is actually pretty fun compared to the prior 2 that we got on the Switch 1 and the Wii U. It looks fun, and there's different racket ability as well. So I think this will be a fun game to play with my wife. And fun fact, this is actually the first Switch game that I got since Christmas. All the other games I've been buying have been PlayStation related, so I need my Switch 2 collection is the most. I have the least amount, so I wanted to add one to this. So I'm very happy. It looks fun, and I can't wait to play it. The second thing I got, it's not a game, but it is a Nintendo related item. It is the Yarn Yoshi amiibo. This was exclusive. This was released for the game Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U. Which, come on, Nintendo. You need to re-release the game because it's been stuck on the Wii U for so long, for 11 years, and I still want to replay that game really bad. Granted, we have the new Yoshi's and the Mysterious Book coming out shortly. It'll probably be out by the time I upload this video, but the yarn aesthetic is so cute, and it's like one of the best amiibos that Nintendo's ever made. So I'm really sad that it's still stuck on the Wii U, where the Devil's Third is also stuck on, which is very depressing when you think about it. But I'm gonna give this to my wife because green is her favorite color, sage green. Even though Yoshi is not sage green. I want to give it to my wife because I love her very much. So there's that. All right, now on to the PlayStation stuff. Now this first PlayStation game, it's not for me. I bought it from my friend Daniel. It's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on PlayStation 1. This is just a very cozy game to play. It came out around the time the first movie came out, so it was easy for licensed games to be wild and rampant in the 2000s. And there were different versions of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on different consoles. For example, the Game Boy Color version was like an RPG, and then this one is more of like an action adventure, sort of like puzzle game. It's got Yeah, the graphics haven't aged all that well for PS1 standards, but any PlayStation 1 game that has early 3D graphics usually don't age well. But this has such a cozy vibe to it. It's not a super long game; you can beat it in one sitting, and it's just a very like cozy vibe to play around like Halloween or Christmas, for example. So, Daniel, I know you said you don't like Harry Potter, but I want you to have this. It's not a terribly long game to play, and you can beat it within one sitting. So. It's free, man, because I got it because he got me the 2 copies. He got me Mario Party 2 and 3 complete Japanese when he was in Japan. So I wanted to return the favor. So here you go, Daniel. All right, on to PS4. I got 2 right here. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection. It contains Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. And this is sort of where I like peaked at playing Assassin's Creed. I got into it from a friend in middle school. And I enjoyed the Ezio trilogy a lot. And then when I played the third game in 2012, I kind of just dipped out. Like the Revolutionary War setting was a very interesting concept, but then I just kind of got bored of the gameplay and just kind of petered off. So, and now we have the Assassin's Creed 4 Resynced remake coming out shortly too. So I'm keen to get back into the franchise. So I mean, what better way to start than to play the games that got me into the franchise at first? So. I want to try to play through. I want to play through all these in chronological order. Well, minus the first game because it's not available on modern platforms. It's still stuck on PS3 and 360. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. I really did enjoy the story of all 3 of these games. So I'm keen to get back into this franchise. And then the last PS4 game is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. This is a Souls from Software game. And they also did Armored Core if anybody cares about that franchise. But I started collecting the Souls games. I actually just bought Bloodborne on PS4, so I want to play through all the Souls-like games. This one's a little bit different because you're essentially instead of like a medieval knight, you're a ninja in this game, and you have way more flexible abilities than you would in any Souls game. But I'm really keen to play this. I know it's like really hard like all the other Souls game, but like I said, I'm trying to dip my toes into new different franchises, so I'm happy that I purchased this and I was able to find it. And now for PlayStation 5, I have Stellar Blade right here. I've been keen to get this game was a little on the more expensive side, but I was able to get it for a pretty good price. But I wanted to get this. I don't know really too much about it. I know it's an RPG. It plays this woman on the cover right here. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but like I said, that's the beauty of going in blind with games, is that you never know what you're gonna get. But this is one title I'm actually very keen to play. So if there are any Stellar Blade fans watching this video right now, just let me know in the comments below. And if you think this is a great game to add, I mean, I think I will look forward to it at some point to play. So yeah. And then the last game that I got, but more so I'm re-adding it to my collection, is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And this right here is the best the best Indiana Jones game, best Indiana Jones story that we got in a while. A lot better than what Dial of Destiny did. That's just my opinion. But it's got such a great story. It takes place 1 year after Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's got great characters. Troy Baker does an amazing job voicing Indiana Jones. And rest in peace, Tony Todd. He's in this game, and this is one of the last games that he did before he passed away. But it's such a beautiful story about learning about the Great Circle and then how like desperately like Indy's like, no, we can't let the Nazis get this. We can't let them have this power. We cannot let them get access to Noah's Ark. So yeah, I originally beat this, platinum it, gave it to a friend as an early wedding gift, and then like sometime after I gave it to him, the DLC for the game came out, and I'm like, well, I need to re-add it to the collection. And then they also just re-released this game on the Switch 2, which is the full games on the cards. So I'm gonna have to double dip and get the Switch 2 version, but I'm really happy that I was able to re-add the best Indiana Jones experience to date for modern consoles. So please pick this up if you haven't. And that right there concludes my little Shreveport gaming haul video. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, it was a little weary at first, with the limited amount of game stores that were available, but what I was able to find, I'm very happy with the haul that I got, and I'm looking forward to doing more game haul videos in any city. If there's any specific city that you guys want me to visit and go game hunting, let me know in the comments below. I would love to go to your city and figure out what's the best game store to go hunting at. All right, but I appreciate you guys watching this video. Thank you so much if you guys stuck all the way through. I'll tune in next time for another game-related video. My name is Kyler, and I'm signing off. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever time you're watching this video. and take care. I love you.